How stressful. Right. Okay. Didn't even know my mic was unmuted that whole time. Good afternoon. Gonna have to switch to this camera temporarily. Hello! Good morning, good evening, goodbye. Pretty much. Uh, uh, the live timing ain't working right now, so yeah, this is what we've got to work with. Hello, Twitch and Kick Chat. Live timing isn't working, so we're stuck with me for a few minutes. Welcome to the Brazilian Grand Prix weekend. This is the final of the Americas triple header. We had a pretty decent race last time out of Mexico. Not for me, though, particularly because of what happened to Checo Perez throughout. But we're here. It's now Brazil. We are going to start in about 4 minutes' time, but my live timing isn't working. Well, I say my live timing, the website I use isn't currently working, so we'll have to wait for that. But it's practice. Of course, today is not today. This weekend is a sprint weekend, so just the one practice session to get everything in order, your setup, your strategies, the tyre wear, performance of the car, everything like that. You only get the 1 hour. And then at 6:30 in about 4 hours' time, exactly from now, we will have sprint qualifying. Now, I am very much expecting a Sergio Perez bounce back because I'm sick and delusional. Of course, we know that Max Verstappen is taking an engine penalty this weekend, so that's quite exciting. I think it's only a 5-place grid penalty, so basically not even like remotely impactful. You'd think though that Verstappen takes an engine penalty. There are some decent cars on the grid: the Mercedes, the Ferraris, and the McLarens. Maybe this is Lando's time to win the race or get a second and really claw back some points in this championship. He's still not going to win because he's 50 points behind with 4 races left. It's almost impossible. But he could by the end of this weekend have an 18 or 15 point gain. Watch him finish 4th and Verstappen finish like 5th, and it's just completely irrelevant. But yeah, so I'm locked. I did my stream on the really itchy ear today. Jensen Button career mode earlier today, and that was just a complete catastrophe. It was just not fun. This, though, should be a lot better. Yes, it is only practice, but I am typically more welcoming to practice sessions for the sprint weekends because you typically get a lot more action than usual because basically, well, just because you've got to get everything done. Do you know what I mean? In normal weekends, practice 1, you'd usually do, get your car set up ready. Practice 2, you'd do your quali sims, and in practice 3, you'd do your race sims. Because practice 3 is similar to when the race is going to be, and practice 2 is similar to when qualifying is going to be. Similar times, similar like track temperature and things like that. Whereas today, they've got to do all of that in just the 1 hour, so there should be quite a decent amount of action. Now, it is about to start in literally like 10 seconds time, but like I said, unfortunately the live timing is stuck at Mexico, where we are currently seeing Liam Lawson approaching Sector 2 and Pierre Gasly leading the way. Carlos Sainz not even on the track. So that's always good. I didn't even know. Last week, apparently Colapinto got a 10-second penalty for causing a collision. I had absolutely no idea of that. When and how did that even happen? I have no idea. But I'm just going to go and try and guess when practice is going to start. It does say it will start in exactly 10 seconds time. So what I will have... the live timing should work when the session actually starts. But what should happen is now practice has started. What I'm going to do is I am actually going to go onto the live timing and just put the timers up. So let's do that now. There we go. So now I'm going to put the timer on. And it's probably not strictly accurate. It's probably a little bit delayed. But yeah. It shouldn't be, like, massively delayed, but it'll be about, like, at most a minute, which, given its practice, isn't the end of the world. And then what I have to keep doing is refreshing the live timing, hopefully that it shows up with Brazil. What I can do, though, is I can go onto the F1 website and I can join the live session. And basically what I can do is I can look at the live timing on the official F1 website, which unfortunately is illegal to broadcast. I did that on Twitch, and I got suspended for a month because of copyright. Oh, shut up. Okay, so I can tell you what's going on, but unfortunately the live timing for you won't be able to see. So we do have quite a lot of drivers out at the moment. We have about 13 drivers. We have got both of the Saubers, we have both of the Alpines, we have Ollie Behrman driving for Haas in this session. He is the only rookie. So we've got a mixture of basically just mediums and hards, really. We've got the Astons on hards, everyone else on mediums, just getting their first laps in. Let's see, 58.15, what does this say? Okay, I'm actually, my timer's early. Wow, okay. And then every now and again, I'll refresh my the live timer that you're currently looking at, and then hopefully it will update to Brazil practice. I'm hoping that this is just a thing that they do at the start of every weekend, and then it smooths out a little bit throughout the rest of the weekend. Because obviously in practice, it doesn't matter too much. The first 5-10 minutes, they're like making sure everything is working before sending out a feed and stuff like that. It's when it's like, you know, in the race and in qualifying is when it becomes a problem. Usually, it's exactly 15 minutes before a session starts is when they'll update the live timing to the current session. But unfortunately, that's not how that's working. This stream works, or you can use this. What would that be? Huh, okay, so we just have, so our very first lap time of the session is a 1 minute 15.6 by Bobo Valtteri Bottas. Yeah, I realised, well, the official F1 live timing is really, really laggy. This is at, like, I'd say 1.6 FPS or something like that. Actually, no, I'd say, like, 1. It's about 3 FPS. So the dots are moving 3 frames forward every second. It's really bad. Ocon is currently the fastest of anyone. What a driver. 1 minute 14.3. That's actually really, really slow. I think we'll probably get to about a 1 minute 9 or a 1 minute 8 in today's session. What I want to quickly look at is F1 Brazil 2023. Practice 1 results. So in practice 1 last year, we saw a 1 minute 11.732. Let's see if we can beat that today. We'll do another quick refresh, see if it's back up. That'd be a no. Very unfortunate. It's just, obviously, I'm basically just showing you nothing because it's just the old thing. But I don't want to... If I switch to, like, my full cam, then my timer goes away, and I want to have the timer on so you at least know how long's left. I might actually, you know what I will do? Hang on, let me quickly just for context, hang on. Create new. Actually, let's not say broken. That looks awful. I'm just putting this up just so, like, people don't come in my chat and say, like, hey, this isn't Brazil. What's going on here, then? And I don't have to just constantly say it doesn't work at the moment. I can just say that. They come in, they know what's going on. Yeah. But we move. Okay. Nothing really else going on at the moment. Oscar Piastri is currently fastest overall with a 1 minute 13.47. 20 milliseconds faster than Gasly. And then Checo Perez 600ths back. Russell a 10th back. Leclerc 3/10ths back. Verstappen 3/10ths back. That's everyone's first medium tyre runs. Lovely stuff. And we are seeing a couple soft tyres as well. We have Sonoda, who just went P13, 1 second back. And then we also have Liam Lawson, who goes P16 on softs. Oh no. Yeah, can we not, please? Cheers. So! Come on, live timing. Do your thing. But yeah, honestly, don't even bother watching the official F1 live timing. It is really bad. I mean, it's probably the most up-to-date, but it's so slow and laggy. George Russell crossing the line. He's currently 4th fastest. That was a slow lap. I think he's actually giving it some now. The only good thing about the official F1 live timing, though, is that I can click on any driver and I can look at their, like, everything about their lap. Their throttle input, braking input, mini sectors. Like, George Russell currently all purple through Sector 1. So he's on a decent lap so far. I can actually put the sector times up. Like I said, I'm only going to say this one more time unless someone asks me in chat. I'm currently looking at the official F1 live timing. The one you're looking at is broken. I can't show this because it's illegal. I got banned on Twitch for a month for showing it. And I'm not trying to risk getting a copyright strike, like a full-on strike on my channel. So that's why that's happening. But yeah, so let's see what else is going down. I'm just going to stick with George Russell right now. I think Charlie's also on a quick lap. So I'll look with him as well. George Russell, fastest Sector 2. Checo Perez up on him in Sector 1. I'm not going to get too ahead of myself. George Russell, quite a bad Sector 3. Crosses the line. Goes fastest though. 1 minute 12.2. So we are 8 minutes into this practice session. And we are already half a second off the fastest lap from last year's practice, and we are on, you know, brand new medium tyres on a resurfaced track, mind you. I completely forgot to mention that. Albon goes 3rd fastest, a 1 minute, I don't actually say the time, it just says his gap. 7/10 off Russell, though. But, yeah, Sergio, oh, yes, I love that. Sergio Perez is quickest with okay, it needs to show the lap time, it doesn't. Oh, no, it does. So he does a 1 minute 12.1. So now we're 4/10 off. And, yeah, I completely forgot to mention, the whole track's been resurfaced. So, yeah, it's a completely resurfaced track. You'd think the cars would be a little bit slower, a little bit skiddier, a little bit snappier, just because it's, you know, it's like it's a new track. It's got no rubber on it. Right, I know this is like, I'm just going to close the live timing because it's actually really bad. I'm going to try and see if there is any other alternative live timing websites, and I'm just going to go on to that. Like, these people that stream this all the time, the ones that get loads of views by doing nothing, they just do what I'm doing without the commentary. Where are they finding, like, these, like, consistently good websites? I mean, don't get me wrong, this website is free, and it usually works fine. It's just, I guess they're just being a little bit slower today. I might have to pull out the final stop, which I don't really want to do, but I feel like I've got no choice. I will have to. It's time to bring out Sky Sports F1, which again, I can't show because it's illegal, but this will allow me to not only be able to watch it, actually watch F1, but I can still provide you with updates, and then we'll just have to go from there and just hope that this works all of a sudden, and then I can obviously just full focus on this. I'm wondering if they announced any. I don't think this website has socials, because if it doesn't, or if it does, they might have announced somewhere that they're, like, not doing it this weekend or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but I know I'm leaving live time. It doesn't work. Right, schedule. Next session. Yeah. Hang on. Okay, so this doesn't actually have, like, this person, or whoever it is, doesn't have a social. Hang on, they've got a Discord. I might join that just because whoever makes his website is quality. What do you think's going to win this year's Brazilian Grand Prix? I'm going to say Lando Norris. I think the comeback arc. What time is it right now, your country? Looks like it's nighttime. It is 2:43 p.m. It's the middle of the afternoon. It's because I have my blinds and windows shut. I'm going to join that, and then I'm going to... where is my... Okay, let's get this up. Let's see what's going down since my quick little 5-minute absence whilst I was quickly doing some stuff. Okay, what have we got? We have Fernando Alonso has gone up to P3. We've got Norris, who is in P4, half a second back. And that's really about it. Everyone else is just getting their first long runs done on the medium tyres. So that's all the really updates I need to give you. I can now continue refreshing stuff and seeing if this will suddenly start working. Jesus Christ, that's strong. Why is that orange juice so strong? Okay, anyway. Oh. Okay, I've got some news. Apparently, it might not actually be a problem with the website I use or the developer behind it. Someone said they might be busy. Apparently, it's just a Formula 1 issue. And there's another website that I had no idea about that I've just discovered that also has, like, the same sort of thing. Okay. So if that's going to be the recon, and we're not going to be able to get live timing today, I think we go old school. Old school Fat Crim, where I used to literally just do nothing, really. This is the OG. I don't even have an image prepared for it. It's just this, basically. We just go full cam. That's all I can do, unfortunately. I don't make myself that wham on YouTube Shorts. Not really, to be honest. Bro, my YouTube Short stream is just my face. It's not much of an F1 stream, is it? It's just my webcam. Okay, you know what? We'll just have to do it. Sod it. I would usually have an overlay or something. I do actually have some, but unfortunately they're outdated. So now what I would do is I would go on to the Now TV or Sky Sports, and I'd just start telling you what's going on. So that's what we're going to have to do, unfortunately. George Russell goes fastest, 3 tenths up on Checo Perez. Charles Leclerc fastest sector 1. We are only 800ths off FP1 2023's fastest lap time. What I'm also going to do is, I'm not a scumbag, because I'm going to take... It is going to take me about half an hour because of how laggy my PC is, but I'm going to quickly take live timing out of all of my streams' names, because obviously that's technically clickbait and fraudulent activity, because I can't actually get it, and there is no live timing. Stream's name. Oh, I've just turned myself on. Hang on. Now I've got to go all the way and load onto Twitch. Oh, the things I do. The things I'm forced to do is a better way to put it. Wait, what? Oh, okay. My Twitch, like... My Twitch stream wasn't even updated! It still had, like, Jensen Button career mode on it. What absolute fraudulent activity from the Twitch platform. And then we go on to the kickers. I don't even know why I still stream on Kick, to be fair. I got, like, I got put on their, like, feature page a while ago. And now I'm just sort of sticking with them. No one cares. Anyway, right. Imagine the irony that I've just sat here and taken live timing out of all my titles so that nothing's clickbait, and then the live timing starts working. Anyway, so now what you do is I put up the live chats and we just chill. I tell you what goes on and we go from there. I think it's going to be Lando Norris as well. I mean, I think he was pretty fired up after Verstappen. Yeah, I think that as well. He's pissed and he wants his redemption arc, and I reckon he's going to get it. A little bit of traffic issues going on. There was a bit of Ferrari sandwich as Hamilton came storming through. That was a bit dodgy. Can't do that. So Hamilton is on a fast lap, and the Ferraris build up a blockade at the final corner and, well, block Hamilton. So that's not really what you want. I'd love to have the audio on, but unfortunately, another thing I can't have is that the, Oh, I just realised something. I can't have my chats there because then I can't see who's just... Ah, okay, I suppose I'll just have to do this. That's fine, I guess. Right, so, Max Verstappen goes fastest overall by 1/10 of a second. We are officially now, by the way, we are 20 minutes into this first practice session on a resurfaced track on medium tyres, and we are already faster than the fastest time from last year's first practice. George Russell is 1/10 back from Verstappen. Sergio Perez about 3 tenths back from Verstappen, and we have the Ferraris in P4 and P5, Fernando Alonso in P6, Alex Albon in P7, Hamilton P8, Lando Norris P9, Liam Lawson P10, and no shock to anyone, the Saubers are currently 19th and 20th. Who saw that coming? Not me. Did you? Absolutely not. That's what I thought. Can I still see sector times, or is that just not a thing? I can. Tsunoda, on a lap, on the soft tyres. Hulkenberg improves to PA overall for some reason and not showing the lap times in a minute on Sky Sports. I really hate watching Sky Sports. I feel like that's something I need to get, like, into people's minds immediately now that we're doing this sort of thing because the live timing isn't working. I hate the Sky Sports broadcast and how it's, like, done. But we move. Yuki Tsunoda on the soft. Whoa! Yuki! You're a muppet. Yuki somehow outbrakes himself and almost goes onto the grass, saves it, and his lap is done. Liam Lawson, now, doing the exact same thing, but actually makes the corner this time. Doesn't do what his teammate did and goes off, and he's continuing on his way. Flat through there, very, very easily. Currently 4/10 of Verstappen on the soft tyres, round the final corner. I know technically the final corner is near the end, but it's flat, so I'm not counting it as a corner. It's a flat-out corner. It's a flat-out bend. Liam Lawson crossing the line, should go about top 5, and he goes P5. See that wheel knowledge? I thought that was pretty good. What do you think? Yeah, good, wasn't it? So Liam Lawson P5, but I'm not sure exactly how I feel about that. He's P5, 0.6 of a second off Verstappen on softs. Meanwhile, Verstappen's on mediums, so I don't know. Now we have Zhou Guanyu. Is that Zhou Guanyu? No, it's Bottas. He's got another funky helmet. On the medium tyres, starting another hot lap. What I think's, like, fascinating to me is that you watch the Saubers individually drive around. Their car looks fine. Like, it's a bit crap, and obviously it's a bit... As I say that, Bottas locks up and goes off. Anyway, so you look at their car going round and you think, it looks okay, it doesn't look bad. And then you compare them to the rest of the field, and it's like, oh, wow. Like, oh, wow. Like, wow. Wow. It's like, it's really bad how slow they are. Although Bottas is improving, I don't think he'll move anywhere on the leaderboard. I think he'll probably stay in that sort of P19, P20 position. He'll probably go ahead of his teammate, relegating Zhou Guanyu to his favoured position of P20. Currently 2.1 seconds off Verstappen through the first 2 sectors. What does that even mean in the language known as Victorian English? Now the ads are on, I'm going to quickly move my chats to one side so I can see a bit more. There you go. This is nice. Sometimes it's nice going back to the old school days when I used to just... when I used to do, like, watch-alongs back in early 2024. I say back in like it was ages ago. It's literally like 6-7 months ago. And also, you know, a couple of races from last season. I'd just do this. I'd have my webcam, I would watch Sky Sports, or I'd watch the official live timing, but not show it, because at that point I didn't even think about showing it. That's before I got my copyright strike. And I used to just have an overlay that said, like, F1 Brazil practice, and that was it. And I'd just tell you what's going on. Of course, this isn't preferable. I would like to show you the on-track action and what's going on, but I do believe there is a technical... We've done it! Oh, we've had a fucking miracle, whereas I'm just talking about it. Look what we have! So, let's go, guys! I just realised my timer's reset as well, so I have to ignore the timer, but everybody jump around and let's go! Oh, we are so back. Right, watch this, ready? Bow. Come on! Whoever made this website, I would like to give you some money. Not a lot, maybe like a tenner, but some money. What an absolute legend. Wait, why is Piastri stopped at the end of the pit lane? Oh, he's going now. Oh, he's just doing the start. Okay, now I can close that. Oh, we are so back. Right, now you gotta give me another, like, couple of minutes so I can, like, change all my... I've got to, like, change the position of all my chats now. Right, here we go. We've done it. Well done, whoever made this website. You are an absolute legend. I thank you with all of my heart. Thank you. Well done. Quality job. Right, let's lock in. Oh, what do I just do? I broke it. I fixed it. Right, so we've got 33 minutes remaining. The timer is now broke. I could actually redo the timer. Let me do that. Let me do that real quick. What's the timer going to be? I'll do 32:30. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, lock in. It's all sorted. I got my webcam so unbelievably small because of how big the track is. Alright, lock in! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, get on, go. Let's go! Sue! Oh, that is giving me so much joy, you have no idea. Okay, here we go. Half the session remaining, and we have the live timing up. I'm not going to go through and add live timing back to all my titles. I can't really be bothered, to be honest. It's only practice. We have Sergio Perez on his previous lap with the fastest Sector 2, but then abandoned and went into the pits. We have Lewis Hamilton improving. See, see, now I've got this website back up. I can lock in and become prime. I'm John commentator. Lewis Hamilton improving. Couple of purple mini sectors, crosses the line and goes. Oh wait, they've put the start line there. I'm used to the track being like that way, so the start line is actually on the left, but this time it's at the top. So Lance Stroll crosses the line. Where's the start line? I don't even know where the start line is. Where is it? I have no idea. Lando Norris, is he on a lap at the moment? He's trying. He's got set an 18.4, green Sector 1, but doesn't improve in Sector 2. Crosses the line, and he is going to stay in P13. Doesn't improve his lap at 21.9, which is really slow. He definitely abandoned that. Let me actually start jostling down some notes about, some, like, good sector times, you know? Sector times that if you see them, you know that they're pretty good, and I'll keep updating them throughout each session until, well, most of practice, and then we'll just go from there. I need to get rid of all my predictions, though. I've got quite a lot. Oh, fuck. Wait, how do I undo something? There we go. Okay. So, the fastest middle sector so far is a 36... So, let's just do 36.7. We'll do for Sector 2. And then we just need to figure out Sector 1 and 3. As soon as I see one of the front runners, so a Red Bull, Mercedes, Ferrari, or McLaren set a personal best Sector 1, I'm just going to base it off that. But it seems to be about an 18.4. I'm going to say 18.4 at the moment. So let's do an 18... No, that's a 2. 18.4. And then we shall do a 17-2. Oh no, hang on. I'm seeing a 16-6 is what I'm seeing. I'm gonna do a 16-6. So if you see someone doing a 18-4 in the first sector, a 36-7 in the middle sector, or a 16-6 in the final sector, they are on a decent lap. I will keep updating that as the session goes on. I'll probably just make the sector times whatever the fastest driver's doing, and then we can sort of just base quality off that. Still seeing only medium tyres. I generally thought that I would see some hards rather than mediums. This I never really understand. I'm seeing a lot of, even in the sprint at Texas, we saw majority use the medium tyres only throughout practice, but I don't really understand why you would do that, because the way I see it, you should do maybe 2 or 3 quali sims because of qualifying, which is in 4 hours, or 3 hours now, and then you'd have a hard tyre long run, and then you would use the sprint race and the sprint qualifying to see if the mediums were good, because let's be real, no one cares about the sprint race. Like, I don't know, I just think I'd rather just find out about all 3 tyres rather than just 2, or maybe even just the 1. Because you do see some unpredictable things where, like, out of nowhere, it turns out that, like, the medium is actually really strong compared to, like, the hards. You do see that sometimes. I think 18.6, yeah, an 18.4 is definitely, I might change it. Yeah, I'm going to change it to an 18.6, to be fair. Yeah, 18.6, 36.7, 16.6, I think is probably reasonable, to be fair. But no one's doing fast laps because, as you can see, Verstappen 14 lap mediums, Hamilton 12, Russell 8, Alonso 10, Checo 12, Sainz 12, Lawson 15, Leclerc 12, Albon 13, Piastri 12, Hulkenberg 14, Colapinto 15, Norris 13. Everyone is doing 10 or more laps. Oh, excuse me again. Apart from Gasly and Russell. So everyone is just doing long runs for the entire duration of this session. I do hope we see a couple of soft runs at the end. George Russell doesn't improve, but does set 2 purple mini sectors at the end of Sector 1 on his that's Hamilton, no man, I'm lying, on his 13 lap old mediums. Like I said, an 18.6 is usually like a decent sector time. He's put in an 18.6, so that's pretty good. Fernando Alonso finding 1 green mini sector, he crosses it and does an 18.5, so... Oh, I don't know, okay, I might change it now to an 18.5. What about Hamilton's Sector 2, or has he given up? Has he given up? I have no idea. We've got a 39.3. No, that's given up. Hamilton through Sector 2 is going to do a 55. Oh yeah, he proper sacked that off. Alonso a 37.1. Yeah, that's about right. Gasly 37.1, 16.6. Yeah, I reckon my predicted sector times are looking pretty good. Alonso having a really strong Sector 3, getting a lovely tow from Hamilton. Fastest Sector 3 is 16.4. So my sector times are actually bang on. So throughout the rest of practice and qualifying, if you see a 18.5 in Sector 1, a 36.7 in Sector 2, and a 16.6 in Sector 3, the drivers are on a pretty decent lap. I just love the idea that the fastest lap time that we saw last year in practice was a 17.7, I believe. We're in the 1 minute 15s. Wait, no, the 1 minute... Wait. But it wasn't at 1:11.7. I think it was a 1:11.7, and we're currently doing 1:11.7s. Hold on, let me have a look. F1 Is it 1:11.7, right? Yeah, 1:11.732. And we are on 1:11.712. So yeah, we are faster. Not by much. I suppose this is probably what happened last year. We got some really quick laps off the bat, but then everyone just stayed on the medium tyre, so no one actually improved. So, yeah. Ollie Behrman not doing too fantastically given his standards, although to be fair, at Mexico, when he had his practice session there, 2 practice sessions in a row is really nice. Of course, full-time driver next year with Haas. We only have 1 driver left to be confirmed. We have got both Red Bulls. I hope. We've got both Ferraris, of course. We've got Leclerc and Hamilton. I believe there's only 2 teams saying the same, which is, of course, McLaren with Norris and Piastri, and then Red Bull. I pray to whatever higher being exists that it does stay the same. But of course, we've got Ferrari, we've got Leclerc and Hamilton. Then at Mercedes, you get Russell and Antonelli. And then Sainz, you got Albon and Sainz. And then you've got Ocon and Behrman at Haas. Lawson and Tsunoda at RB. You got Alonso and Stroll at Aston. That stays the same. Okay, there's actually 4 teams that are the same. Never mind. Alpine is Gasly and Doohan. I think that's one of the more underrated driver lineups. I really hope Jack Doohan does well, because I quite like him. He's a decent bloke, do you know what I mean? And of course, quality F2 driver. He was cooking in F2. I don't actually remember when it was. Was it 2 years ago now? Yeah, it must have been, because he was, last season was when Théo Pourchaire won. And Frederick Vesti got second. Zane Maloney was third, I believe. Oh no, it was Victor Martins. And it was the season before where Jack Doohan was just cooking the field and almost come back with a title. And then it's just Sauber, of course, Hulkenberg. And we now have a shortlist that consists of about 7 drivers. You've got the front runners, I would say, is Bortoleto and Bottas, are probably the main 2 fighting. But you've also got Zhou Guanyu trying to retain his seat. Please don't. Please, for the love of God, don't. There's Théo Pourchaire, of course, last season F2 champion. Not even got a nod for an F1 seat. And, of course, he is a junior driver for Sauber or Alfa Romeo. Then there's Felipe Drugovich, not really. And then, sort of out of nowhere, there's apparently Kevin Magnussen is now a contender because of his, obviously he's not got a seat next year, he's getting replaced by Behrman and Ocon, and, you know, he's at the drive, and he is currently performing extremely well. Honestly, if Sauber go and do sign Magnussen as well, and have basically just Haas's old lineup, I think Hulkenberg and Magnussen is a better lineup than Behrman and Ocon, for now. Depending on how good Behrman is in his rookie season, that could change. George Russell, brand new soft size. Let's stop talking about driver lineups. I think Bortoleto will get the seat. George Russell crosses the line and... Oh, God. Oh, Russell. George! What have you done there, then? He has just gone 1 second faster than anyone else. Yes, he's on soft tyres and now the track's rubbered in, but still. Fastest sector 2 is here, 36 dead. So that's 7 tenths up on my, like, normal time. 18.3. Let me actually do this. Wait. Softs. 18.3. 36 dead. And then 16.4. Okay. So it's basically, you think about it, it's pretty much only Sector 2 where you properly gain and lose time, because, you know, Sector 1, Russell was about 2 tenths quicker than anyone else. Sector 3, he was 2 tenths quicker than anyone else. But then Sector 2, he is almost 8 tenths quicker than anyone else. So it's definitely sectors. I mean, it makes perfect sense. You know, sector 1 and 2, sector 1 and 3 are basically just long straights. Sector 2 is just full of corners. So it makes perfect sense, but still. How long we got left? 19 minutes. Okay, so I don't know. Will we see some more soft tires? I bloody well hope so. Is this when's the last time Checo Perez was in the top 10 for a practice session? I genuinely can't remember. I actually don't remember when he was last within the top 10 for a practice. I think it was Silverstone, to be honest. Well, that's the last one that comes to mind, when he got like 2nd overall. Apparently, last night, at a hotel where all the teams are staying, a Williams minibus had an attempted robbery. Well, that's not ideal, is it, really? That's not what you want to see. I hope everyone's alright. That's a bit fucked. Recommend avoiding apex curb at turn 12. What's turn 12? Let's try and work it out. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, we're gonna have a problem here. I've only counted 10. I've only counted 10 corners. Recount! 1, 2, 3 into the first DRS. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've still only counted 11. What is turn 12? Okay, well, let me get the the official F1 live timing, because that has corner numbers. Let's see what they count as corners, because it's going to be something ridiculous. Like straight lines, and they just count as a corner for some reason. Nummy num num. Shut up, Lance's engineer. That was rude, I'm sorry. Right, so it turns out turn 12 is indeed the final actual corner. So, I was correct about the first 5 corners, but it turns out that they count. I suppose it is. Looking at this map, I suppose it is 2 rights, but turn like 6. So when you go up, so you go past the DRS, left, and then up that hill, and then the fast right. They count that as 2 corners, and that's why I was missing one. So turn 12 is indeed the final corner. So the drivers are being told to stay off that specific entry curb. I can sort of see why. Of course, the F1 game has no correlation, and it's utterly shit in every way, but even on the game, riding over that curb is extremely risky, and doesn't bode well if you give it a good whack. It's also just come through, I mean, I say just come through, it was 20 minutes ago, that Max Verstappen will be taking a new engine penalty. Not a new engine penalty, he takes a new engine, which is a penalty, but it's only a 5-place grid penalty. So it's literally not that bad, because if he qualifies like 2nd, starts 7th, he'll probably be 4th by lap 3, so it's really, like, not that bad at all. Depending on how good or bad the car is, I mean, the car looks pretty solid at the moment. Fastest of anyone on the medium tyres, so... Just seeing if there's any random. Actually, wait, I got a better idea. I'm on my like main Twitter account that. Actually, I suppose you could quite easily find my Twitter account. It's somewhere on my channel, but just so I've got a Twitter account that's like, I don't know, just my Twitter account. I made a new one specifically for my content. That's just full of like my main Twitter. I always just I'm on. Just has like my feed is just dogs and cats and animals with the odd bit of F1 and football. My actual foot crim Twitter is just only F1, so that's where I usually find a lot of my info and news and stuff. Kevin Magnussen agrees, well not agrees, but is backing Verstappen's maneuvers in Mexico. He says, I guess for Max, leading the championship, he has to focus on his newest rival and make sure he gets that championship. And if I was him, I would do everything I could to get it done. It's a great point. I don't think I'd do it in quite the same aggressive manner where I'd nearly kill a man, but I would definitely do some extremely dodgy things to stop Lando getting by. Also, can we just put some respect onto Haas for a second? Since 2016, they have been backmarkers. They had a good season in 2018, I believe. I don't know how many points they scored, but right now, they have 46 points. They've got a new team principal. He's got 2 really good drivers coming in next year. He's already got one of the more solid driver lineups on the grid. He's got a Toyota partnership. Like, Haas are seriously cooking right now. I want to see F1 2018 standings. So I believe it was this year where Haas had their, yeah, that's where they had their good, really, that's like their peak season, where they finished 5th overall. Oh, where's that gone then? Oh, it's there. That's when Haas finished 5th. You're right, Timmy! I can't pick it up with my foot because I've got socks on. There it is, done it. So yeah, so Haas's best ever season was their 3rd season in Formula 1, where they finished 5th with 93 points. But I still think this season's been extremely good, especially with how they've been in the last few years. I mean, they have been, just like Williams, really, and McLaren. They've been on this, like, steady uptrend over the last 3 or 4 years, just getting, like, better and better. RB with 36 points is actually extremely underwhelming. Williams with 17. I thought they actually had more than that. Because Albon got the odd points finish early on in the season, and now Colapinto's at the wheel, and he's already got, like, 2 or 3 points finishes. As I say that as well, he is currently out on brand new soft tyres, so that's good. Leclerc also out on brand new softs. Hallelujah. Wait, so who's last in the... Oh, wait, that's a stupid question. Alpine on 14 points in 9th. That's very bad, really, isn't it? I mean, you say Williams and Haas have been on a constant uptrend. Alpine and Sauber have been on a very sharp D-trend or decline. Alfa Romeo have never been good. They could get the odd points finish when Raikkonen was driving for them and Giovinazzi, but that was about it. And now, you know, they're always last, so Audi needs them. Still not seeing any sort of news or information about anything. Has Carl Prince on his lap yet? No, he's making his way through Sector 1. I'm going to move my kick chat real quick just so I can see his progress. A 16.4 through Sector 1. Oh no, it's an 18.4. Yeah, that's actually decently competitive. That's almost the fastest sector we've seen set by George Russell. Actually, no, I don't think it was. I don't even know who has the fastest Sector 1 right now. Making his way through Sector 2, which it ends just before Turn 12, which is the final corner you actually brake for. The one that Zhou Guan Yu's about to visit there. That's the end of Sector 2. So here comes Franco. It's going to be a 36.6, which is about 0.6 of a second off George Russell. Verstappen has a pen? Yes, he does. He does indeed. But like I said, it's 5 places. He'll probably regain those 5 places wherever he qualifies in, like, 6 laps. So Colapinto crosses the line, and we know there's a car diff, quite a big one between the Mercedes and the Williams, but 0.8, Jesus wept. That's fast. And now we only have 8.5 minutes left, and look at that. Everyone is bolting on soft tyres. Liam Lawson's actually on brand new mediums, but we've got Leclerc, who is actually on a hot lap and not doing too hot. An 18.4 through Sector 1, and he's abandoned. Okay, lit. We have Behrman at 18.4, Zhou Guanyu an 18.8. Oh my goodness. That's really slow. So it seems like an 18.4 or 18.5 is the absolute maximum that you can get in Sector 1. Because, like, the Mercedes are doing that, and the Hasses are doing that, and on the same tyre. And pretty much the entire field are going onto soft tyres now. And as I say that, look who's just popped in the fastest sector. Who would have guessed? The geezer with the straight line speed car. It's Alex Albon with the fastest Sector 1, 18.1. Oh. Zhou Guanyu is actually not last for a change. Well, fair play to him. 1 minute 12.9 goes P17. Alex Albon through Sector 2 is going to do a 36.5 as Ollie Behrman. Oh, I like that. Ollie Behrman goes P2. Only 14 milliseconds off Russell. That's a very nice lap time. Unbelievable Sector 3 as well. Well done, Behrman. Alex Albon goes up to P3, fastest Sector 1. Sector 2 let him down massively, though. And Carlos Sainz only P4, behind a Williams and a Haas. Anyone else completing their lap times? Lewis Hamilton, I think, might be starting one, or he's going to go back into the garage. So let's have a look. No, he's giving it the beans. Go on, lad. Have some fun. Next up is going to be Lance Stroll, who isn't on a lap. He's about to start one. Then we have, I can't see, there's a chat in the way, Bottas, who is about to start a lap. Hulkenberg starting a lap. Is there anyone on a lap, for crying out loud? Liam Lawson is, there you go, what an absolute legend. It's going to be an 18.4 and a 36.5, that's pretty good. That is top 5 form, crosses the line, and goes P5. You see that wheel knowledge? Absolutely world class from Fat Krim. Lando Norris crossing the line to start his lap. Oscar Piastri finishing his lap. A bit of a shit lap, to be honest. Look at that. Esteban Ocon crossing the line as well. Where is Ocon? Oh, he's there. That's really bad. Piastri is behind Lawson, and Lawson's on mediums. Oh, no. Let's be real. It's only practice, it doesn't mean anything. But it's still fun to look at. Lance Stroll abandons his lap. That was pretty quick. He didn't even get through the first sector. How have you done that then? Alright, sure. Alex Albon is going at some speed, but I believe he is about to stop. Big yawn, because I've been up 9 hours and I'm exhausted. Hulkenberg goes P7. Pretty good Sector 1, so I'm an 18.3. I'm seeing a trend with these sectors. Like, this could be one of the most competitive qualifying sessions in a minute, as Lando Norris goes P3. I am seeing so many cars set identical sector times. Esteban Ocon coming through. Goes up to P12. Gasly goes up to P8. Liam Lawson is... Where's Lawson? He's there. He's not doing anything. Stroll, is he to start another lap? No, he's not. Leclerc doesn't improve in Sector 1. Finds some great improvement in Sector 2 and 3, though. Goes up to P6. Not bad, really. Fernando Alonso crosses the line, goes P6, takes over Leclerc's spot. And can we relax for a minute? Have we got anyone else? Nope, that's going to be it for now. What I was going to say is... It's really, really close. I'm seeing, like, similar sector times for pretty much everyone. Everyone is sort of doing, like, in the first sector between an 18.2 and an 18.5. Sector 2, we saw 18, it's like a 36-3 to a 36-7. Russell did a 36 dead somehow. And then in the final sector, it's like a 16-3 to a 16-5. And everyone is doing that. I mean, you can see there's only half a second between the top 9 at the moment. That's actually quite a lot. 2.2 seconds between the I don't know, that is quite big, but I don't know, it's weird. I was seeing like lots of similar sector times, but the gaps are big. Checo Perez on the improvement sets an 18.4 through the first sector. Making his way through Sector 2, he is about to face heavy traffic with Alex Albon, who does get out of the way very nicely, as does Alonso. Now making his way through the third hoopy bend. He's got to try and get past Lance Stroll, which never bodes well. Comes through Sector 2. It's about to appear, and he's going to set a 36.9, so definitely got held up a little bit. It doesn't matter how good you are at avoiding traffic and like moving out of the way, you will block someone through that sector. I don't care who you are or what car you're in. And Checo Perez isn't even going to get a slipstream down the back straight because Leclerc's nabbed it off him. So Perez crosses the line and improves his lap, but stays P16. But there is probably another, 4 tenths in that for Checo. So you add that on, he'll be 6 tenths away. That's still only like P11. That's not really that good of a lap. Sector 1's pretty good, but Sector 2 is awful, and they didn't even improve. And then Sector 3 is a bit average. So if he can just find 3 or 4 tenths in Sector 2, and then maybe a tenth or 2 in Sector 3, he's on pace. Max Verstappen on his brand new soft tyres. Let's see what lap he's got. We also have Zhou Guanyu ahead of him. But through Sector 1 for Verstappen, it's going to be an 18.1. Ooh, that is very, very fast. Zhou Guanyu crossing the line doesn't improve. Well, hang on, Checo's going to have to get out of the way of his teammate here. Let's see how he does at that then. Go on then, Mr. Chico. Let's see it. Oh, that was good. Well done. Oh, no. That Williams just completely blocked Verstappen. Like, really bad. Oof, that's not ideal. But he is still setting all green mini sectors, and Sector 2 is going to be a 36.2. That's the sort of sector time that we were expecting from the Red Bulls. Lance Stroll crosses the line, only goes P16. Quite a bad Sector 2 and 3. Max Verstappen is stopped. Oh. I was getting ready to play Super Max because I thought he was about to go quickest, but he actually decides to sack it off and go in the pits as Oscar Pastry goes up to P4. So is that Verstappen session over? Yes, it is. So the Red Bulls not having the greatest of quali sim. I mean, like, yes, they have a very promising race simulation, but quali sim, Checo got held up in Sector 2 and Verstappen got held up in Sector 3. So the Red Bulls will actually finish P14 and 18 in this practice session, although saying that there is a Mercedes in P15 as well. And I hope Ollie Behrman stays second. That'd be quite fun, although we do have Leclerc and Sainz. Actually, no, just Leclerc improving. An 18.2 through Sector 1. Valtteri Bottas crosses the line, goes P14 ahead of Verstappen, relegates Checo Perez to P19. And Checo Perez actually comes back out of the pits on old medium to... Oh, yeah, I forgot. They do practice starts, don't they? Numpty. We're probably going to see two more hot laps. Lando Norris, fastest Sector 1, 18 dead. That is foul. Leclerc not improving through Sector 2, a 36.6. He's on the slower side. I reckon he can still improve his position to maybe 1 place ahead of Alonso. But that's going to be about it. Let's see it. Across the line for Leclerc. And he actually gets ahead of his teammate as well with a very nice Sector 3. Now, Lando Norris absolutely cooking. Could very well go P1 here with a slight slipstream off his teammate and Liam Lawson. Crossing the line. Go on, Lando! Yes! Well done. That is what you want to see from Lando Norris. That is exactly what you want to see. You know, his rival has a penalty. He needs to make the most of it, and he goes P1. Doesn't mean anything, but he goes P1. Hulkenberg on a very nice lap as well, an 18.1 through the first sector. Gasly goes up to P9, gets ahead of Liam Lawson. Hulkenberg through sector 2, getting held up massively by a shit ton of traffic, is going to put in a 36.4. Again, a very respectable sector time. That is like top 5 levels of speed. And that is the practice session, I believe, done. There it is. Practice 1 is over. Hulkenberg crosses the line, gains a couple of places, goes up to P8, and I believe that is all our lap times donezo. And there it is. Wow. That was actually a bit more fun than I was expecting. So, a very wacky-looking leaderboard, which includes Oliver Behrman in P3. So that's always fun. And yeah, not the best day, not the best session for Red Bull. They might be finished in the sprint, although, let's be honest, it's Verstappen, he'll be fine. Checo I am worried about, though. He looks okay, but that Sector 2 and Sector 3, to an extent, is really not ideal. There's nothing to really comment on. I mean, practice literally means nothing. We had a few drivers not even go on the soft tyres. They just done an entire session on the medium, so who really knows? But that is going to be all from me. That is my... Oh, can I stop burping, for the love of God? That is my second stream of the day completed. I'm so glad that we got the live timing back up. I forgot who makes this website, but just well done. Like, really, you are doing a service that is more helpful and larger than you could probably realise. Imagine how boring my streams would be if I couldn't have live timing and it was just me. It'd be so boring. But yeah, that's all from me for practice 1. Like I said, my second stream of the day. And I've got a third one inbound because at 6:30 BST, we have the sprint quali. I'll be live at about 6:15, 6:20 for the build-up and all that. And then we will get started with predictions and we'll go from there. So thanks for tuning in. And I will see you lot in about 3 hours time exactly. See you then. Adios amigos.